you get up on the ropes right before you go into the ring and you're like, I got a job to get to. Fuck yeah.
I don't know. I've always loved the Australian accent, like Siri's Australian on my phone. For some reason, I like it.
Oh, I love it because he is in a suit and shit, and then he doesn't fancy up the question.
Not even for a second.
Yeah, it's incredible.
How'd you get the name Quake anyway?
So
Matthews. Is your last name actually Matthews?
No, it's not actually.
Ah, such a good name.
Yeah, Matthew is my first name.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, one day I was like 14 years old and I'm like, man, I need a rap name. And there was these Adidas shoes I was obsessed with. I had like 4 or 5 pairs and they were called the Adidas Quake. You can look them up. I don't even know if they make them anymore. And one day I just opened my closet and I looked and it was like the shoe boxes. It said Quake, 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 Quake. And I'm like, I think that's my rap name.
God damn.
So then I try to type in, this is like when Facebook was starting. I try to make a Facebook account. I try to put Quake, and my last name's Arab. My father's Lebanese. Okay. So I try to put Quake Arab, and they were like, invalid last name at the time. I was like, this is pretty racist, but okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
But get that other shit out of here.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like too close to 9/11 or what was going on, but yeah, invalid last name.
I just thought you were trying to be edgy, but just by saying Arab.
Yeah. So then I was like, you know what? My first name is Matthew, but I'm like, that's not really a last name. So I was like, Boy Meets World was kind of popping at the time. So I'm like, Mr. Matthews, Mr. Matthews. And I started saying that shit before like my
Mr.
verses.
Hunter, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah. I started saying, it's Mr. Matthews before all my verses. And then it just kind of stuck, man.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
That's so satisfying because I was worried it was going to be like a shit story and I didn't want to ask you because I like it so much.
Yeah.
Got out of a book or something stupid.
No.
That's amazing.
If you had to pick a name for comedy, what would you pick?
Pick a name for comedy?
Is there many comedians with stage names?
Nah. I mean, something like stage names, but they're like lame.
Would be somebody with like a stage name, like
Right now? Like, I guess like Lil Rel.
Lil Rel.
Lil Rel would be like a...
JB Smooth. Is that a stage name? Yeah.
No,
It's
yeah,
definitely a
real
stage
name.
name, but I'd say... I mean,
I don't think it's from the Smooth
that
family.
one...
Yeah.
Father Smooth?
Father Smooth.
I'm sorry, Smooth?
Say it with a V. Also, like, as a comedian, like, you can't have anybody know that you just picked your own, like, one name.
Yeah.
You're going up as Striker? Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. You don't think that's cool? Like, how did you get it? I just gave it to myself. I think it's cool.
Yeah, if any comedian does anything different, you just get torn apart.
Yeah.
Like if occasionally someone will go on in sunglasses and then looking back and be like, "You think you're fucking cool or something?"
Yeah.
It's not a nice group of people to be around.
That makes sense.
I am kind of curious though. Like, is rap like what is rap like when you start? Like when you start doing, is there like open mics and stuff? Is there like?
Yeah. I've done some open mics. Really, how I kind of got known in the city was through rap battling. So there was like, it's not like the rap battling you see today.
Yeah.
It would be like you sign. It was more like the 8 Mile style where you sign up and then you're against someone with a mic, with the crowd, with a random beat. Then you have to freestyle. So when I was 15, I had to get like this permission slip to like be in the Marquee Club, and
That's crazy.
I ended up making it all the way to the finals against who was considered the top in the city at the time, Little's the General, rest in peace. And I ended up winning, and then that was kind of how my name started buzzing in the city.
Shit.
Who's this 15-year-old kid at the Marquee at 2 in the morning?
You had the allure of the kid thing is sick.
Yeah,
like when you're the youngster.
And you already
man.
came in with the name Quake Matthews too at 15? That's fucking sick.
No, back then there was no Matthews.
Just Quake?
Just Quake at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still pretty cool for a 15-year-old.
Oh yeah, I had.
When I was 15-year-old, people were calling me bag skin. So
Not quite as cool.
Yeah.
I haven't said that out loud in a long time.
I only found out when it was your password and you had to tell me your password for some reason. I was like, why is your password bag skin?
Because it was traumatizing. Move on.
That's fucking dope. Because I mean, comedy, sometimes you see those guys, someone come in 15, and if they're good, you're just like, God damn, that's going to be a good life right there.
Yeah. I used it to my advantage and shit too. Like, I'd say Michael Jackson things and different things like that. I don't know. I feel like I knew how to use it. And looking back, like maybe, I don't know, I was pretty good, but I think that some of it was just the allure of like, who the fuck is this 15-year-old white kid? Like,
But that's still pretty
But
awesome.
that's still cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You got to use it.
yeah.
You got to use every angle crease.
Yeah.
If you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Straight up.
So, that's cool. You must have been. I can only imagine how cocky I would be if I was a 15-year-old who just won a rap battle.
Yeah.
Where you like nobody can tell shit to me.
Oh
at that
man,
point.
I went to school the next day. I had $500 cash that I won.
damn.
Like, and bro, it was wild because like
$500 at 15.
yeah, and
That's
I
a
was
good
talking reckless to
You
like
must have been.
street guys and shit like during the battles like I'll take your chain and like shit. I look back now, I'm like, man, I think they say what is it called I don't know, delusion. I don't know if it's like delusional or just not knowing any better or whatever.
Yeah.
It was.
Too naive to know.
Yeah,
that you
too
shouldn't do this.
naive, and it was just like fuck it. I was just letting it fly, and it was hitting, man.
That must have felt so fucking
is
good.
sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As a kid, you're fearless, so you
Yeah.
just let it rip.
Yeah, you don't know. You think that it's always going to be this.
Fuck,
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm like,
forever.
I'm supposed to talk about taking his chain and beating him up. Like, this is what I thought. Like,
yeah, thank God they didn't just wait outside.
Yeah.
God. Imagine having a 15-year-old right now telling you he'd take your chain and beat you up. I'd be like, I believe you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I've been intimidated
Yeah.
by that, I gotta tell you. Well, goddamn.
That is great.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here, man.
Hey man, thank you guys for having me, man.
So the album's coming out June
12th.
June 12th.
Yup.
What's the album name?
Patio Season.
Patio Season.
Yes, sir.
As I mentioned, I'm a burnout. So as I look at my list of notes here, I realized the one note I didn't take was the title of the album.
Nothing important. That's not important.
You know what's
detail.
crazy?
Yeah.
Every brand I'm starting to see now is like Brenton Brewing the other day is like it's officially patio season, and Rhea May is like it's patio. It's like it all just feels like they're all promoting the album. I don't know.
That's amazing.
how that lined up. But
From what I know, that's great for your algorithm or someone's algorithm.
Yeah.
The businessman in me says trademark it and then sue the shit out of all of them.
Sue all of it. Yeah.
I don't care if you're my friend. Give me some cash. and
Sorry,
say patio
Rhea, I
season.
know we've worked on a few songs or two, but I'm going to put my lawyer on really quick.
I own patio season.
Yeah.
Oh, patio cease and desist.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, patio cease and desist. I like
that's
that.
not bad.
That is smooth.
That's the next
JB
album.
Smooth.
It's all from the
me.
Smooth family. Yes. I remember them from there when they migrated from Norway.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me tell you, Quake, this album, some of the cover work's been getting me into trouble lately because it's your profile picture. And so when I'm just chatting with you on like something,
Your woman thinks it's a baddie.
a lady in a she thinks that I'm talking to one of the girls from Spring Breakers. The balaclava.
Yeah.
And I will say that is a dope visual because
Thank you.
that is probably one of the few things I liked about that movie was the visuals of certain things.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's sort of like that's what it reminded me of the who was it? I can't remember. A superstar was in it, and it was her first big movie after a Disney movie, and she had thrown on the neon balaclava, and I feel
Vanessa
like my wife-
Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens?
Huh.
Is that who it was?
Spring Breakers.
There was somebody else too.
Vanessa Hudgens, Rachel Coring, and Ashley Benson. Selena Gomez.
That's the one.
Selena
I'm thinking.
Gomez.
That's the one. I was
Yeah.
thinking about a top tier one.
Yeah.
Top. You throw Hutchins at me, I'm like, that sounds like Harry Potter. Stop it. That artwork's been getting me in a bit of trouble, but I will say the album is amazing, and it
Thank
is
you,
a
man.
very summery album.
Yeah.
Right from the start, the interlude.
Yes.
Who's doing that voice?
It's this girl from Australia. Her name's Clarissa.
Okay.
So super cool girl
Yeah.
that I just met online, been friends with online.
Cool.
And originally I was doing the voice, and I sent it to, I sent early copies of the album to friends for opinions, and they're like, yo, you should get someone else to do the voice. And one friend suggested I get Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, just call him up. He's got time.
Yeah, couldn't do it. I guess he was busy or something.
Buddy, you're talking to the right guys.
So I was like,
You
all
could have
right.
called us, man. We got Morgan Freeman
Yeah.
impressions on deck.
Buddy, we try to take shots at Morgan Freeman impressions all the time.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure that out, but he curved me. And,
Oh, man.
And so
We'll get you, Freeman. We ain't standing for this shit.
That's the voice of War of the Worlds right
Clarissa
there.
was the next thing. I don't know. I've always loved the Australian accent, like Siri's Australian on my phone. For some reason, I like it. I enjoy it. So I was like, let's throw a little worldly twist on this thing.
Yeah,
It
why
was a
not?
great way to start the album. And a lot of summery sounds in the background as I listened to it. The one that I resonate the most with was the b-ball hitting the chain link fence.
Yes.
That's a great
That's a good
sound for
summer
the sound.
sound.
That took me back pretty well.
man.
There's a couple things on this album that took me back, I gotta say.
Oh man, the one that took me back. I don't want to jump the queue, but goddamn, you threw in vitamin C. Sample. Take me back. That's my goddamn graduation song.
Yeah, man, me too.
Absolutely.
Oh, buddy, just
Me too.
slow dancing with a girl who was lying to me, telling me she was going to school when she dropped out. Very confusing time.
Well, look, he maybe didn't do this job, but he did a great job in that moment convincing me that he did this job. He was one of the guys that made the original Gears of War.
Whoa.
And he was just like a 30-year-old dude. And he didn't present himself as weird or crazy. So he's like, yeah, we're actually, there's a bunch of us up there.
Goddamn.
I think they're Ubisoft. Is that what it is?
Yep.
I think he was a Ubisoft guy. And he's like, yeah, man, we're just up there. We just, a couple months ago we wrapped on Gears of War. I'm like, what? Remember that first Gears of War commercial?
But that's the
where,
only reason I bought an Xbox. With Mad World playing in it?
Oh man, I sampled that on my first album.
Oh yeah?
Still haven't been sued for that one either. It's not big enough.
Come on, Gary Jules, get a goddamn lawyer.
Somebody sue me for Christ's sakes.
Just keep doing more and more famous songs.
Let the boy get sued.
Yeah.
On the next album, I'm sampling the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah. That'll do it.
The theme song.
Yeah.
Oh, if you sampled some Disney songs, that's
Yeah.
when you'd really
Oh,
get
yeah,
it.
you'd
You sample
get it.
Let It Go or something?
Oh, yeah.
Then you're getting sued immediately. Just saying this, we're going to get sued.
Michael Jackson or the Beatles or
Yeah.
something just
Yeah.
astronomical.
Oh, but you just got to take a shot at getting sued. You got to just take everything.
Called the track Sue Me?
Yeah.
And then just sample a bunch of different songs.
But it's crazy because they can recognize it. Like, you know how you can Shazam a song,
Yeah.
but I always change the. I don't know if I should be telling people this, but I always change the pitch and the speed.
Yeah.
And then I'll hit
can't recognize
Shazam, and then if it soon as because you can change it. Like, say you change it 2 BPM, you hit Shazam, it still goes.
Got you.
And you change it 3, 4, then you change the pitch a little. Then
Yeah,
you hit
yeah.
Shazam, and it doesn't recognize. You're like, all right, I'm good.
That's fucking
That's great to know
genius.
for the podcast, too, actually.
Yeah.
We should be using songs on this show.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is fucking
You know what's
genius.
crazy? You know how, when you're on a podcast or whatever, and then you think of a really good answer after?
Yeah.
That just happened to me about the anything weird happened right before you went on
Hit
the
it.
show.
Let's do it. We'll edit it right
beauty of
back
editing.
in.
Yeah, this is like the weirdest thing that ever happened before I went on at a show. And so we're all in Atlanta. It's like this.
Ooh, hot Atlanta.
Yeah, we're in Atlanta, east side of Atlanta, Zone 3. Like, I don't know, probably not the best area. And it's like this exchange program where a bunch of Canadian acts went up to this festival, A3C Festival. And this was like the Canadian showcase.
Okay.
So we're all in this like dingy little bar in the east side of Atlanta. We all got our shirts on, like Canadian showcase with the maple leaf flag on, sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
And it's weird vibes. There's like a bachelorette party or something going on at the show, and I'm like, I don't know if they want to hear. I don't know if they want to hear Quake Matthews like to celebrate this moment right now. But, we'll see what happens. So we're all getting ready to go on stage.
What did you have on deck for them, like to hit them with for the bachelorette party? What songs do you remember?
Oh man, I have no idea.
I bet it had to be just something not bachelorette friendly.
Yeah, no, it
I
wasn't.
love
It was probably like me trying to be deep and poetic. And
I love it.
yeah, it wasn't the vibe. Like, my music does not suit Atlanta very well in the first place.
Okay.
It's a different vibe there. But so we're getting ready to go on stage, and all of a sudden, this very belligerent guy comes in and just starts yelling, "This is my fucking hood," blah, blah. And I'm like, just like, oh God. I'm like, it's like shaking in my boots. I'm like, I think this is a robbery. I think this guy is going to lay down the club. And he's yelling, "No one can fuck with me. This is my..." And I'm like, oh God. Like, I hope we don't get shot. Everyone has guns down there. Everyone.
Yeah.
Every single person. You
Yeah,
go to
it's
a studio. You go to a
different thing.
studio. You walk in. They walk in the studio. Everyone just puts guns on the table. Someone's eating at the restaurant. They just got a gun on them. Like, someone's carrying a baby with the gun in the back.
Wild.
It's just like, okay.
Have you ever seen like a studio session where everybody goes to leave and somebody grabs somebody else's gun? They're like, "Oh, that's actually my gun." That'd be classic.
No.
I bet you didn't.
But there has been a time where someone's like, "Yeah, I left my bag. Can you bring me the bag down?" And I was feeling through the bag, like bringing it down. I'm like, yeah, this is what I think it is.
It's a total gun bag.
Yeah.
It's a gun bag.
So anyways, the guy comes in and he goes up to the DJ, and I don't really know what he's saying to the DJ. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, why do I fucking know this guy? And I can't figure it out. And then I overhear what he's saying. I try to get a little closer to hear what is going on without trying to like disrespect his space.
Yeah.
So, you know, and he's like, yeah, this is my hood. I'm doing a couple songs. Fuck it. We can let them do whatever they're doing after. I'm doing my songs right now. And then I was like, all right, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, you know, the song comes on. Boom, right off the bat. From the window to the wall. I'm just like, and then it's like one of the Yin Yang twins, right?
Really?
Next song comes on, whisper song. Doom, doom, doom. Waiting to see my thing. I'm a whispering it. Whole bachelor party is going crazy. Everyone jumping up and down. Next song comes on, whistle while you twerk. Next song comes on. I'm just like, it's just smash hit after smash hit.
Oh my God.
Everyone's going crazy. And then
You're on after this?
Bro, everyone's going nuts. He fucking does like 5 or 6 like smash hits that everyone knows every single word to. Everyone's going crazy. Then he fucking drops the mic on the ground, just makes that sound, and he just walks out the front door. And it's like, all right, Canadian guys, you're up. And I was like, I'm not going first. Like, one of you guys can go first. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so that was pretty wild.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Drops in and interrupts the show just to do the hits.
Yeah, just to do the
just
hits.
a pure ego stroke.
I don't even think he knew what was going on in the bar. I think it was like his local watering hole that
What
he
did
probably got
somebody-
drunk and he's like, let me go fucking do a couple songs.
What did somebody from Canada do to one of the Yin twins? It's like, where are they from? Oh, just, you still have the tape? Play it. Play it. We're giving them everything right now.
Yeah, no, not I'm working on new stuff, not anything. I'm going to come in here and do fucking walk out with the bachelorette party.
Yeah, it was just crazy, man. Like probably 15, 20 minutes of just hit songs. Of like
Crazy.
everybody screaming
Not
everywhere.
just hit songs, filthy hit songs
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just dirty song.
I'm just like, fuck.
Oh,
what
that's-
am I supposed to do now? Like,
For the bachelorette party, that's just probably off the chains at that point.
yeah.
There's no reining that in.
You can't. I was like, man. So I don't know. I think I convinced one of the younger guys to go. I was like, I'm not going first. One of you guys go.
This is your
first.
chance, man. You really prove
Then
yourself
it's
here.
like, yeah. Then it's like, you know, if there's enough space in between what happened,
for
like
sure.
they kind of start to forget or they're in a new vibe, and then it's like, all right, then I'll go do my thing.
Yeah, you need a buffer.
They need a few
Yeah.
minutes to talk about what they just saw.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? We're here to have a good time, have some drinks. Food is great. I fell in love with this spot when I did the food review, so yeah, definitely food is great. And I think, is there anything else? Oh yeah, me and Maggie Andrew are starting an OnlyFans, 50% off to everybody here. So everybody have a good time. We're gonna play the album, keep enjoying the vibes, much love. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Yeah,
I got a little bit of that Fargo too.
Yeah.
A bit, but still not that much. Not as
No.
much as a Wisconsin kind of thing.
These people are a lot like this.
Yeah, it's a little bit lower
They're
register.
actually like, it can get a little bit cumbersome.
It is a bit of a flopsy walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost said goofy there, but I caught myself.
You better, honestly,
I gotta check
starting
myself.
now, Goofy's off limits in the
limits.
studio.
We're bleeping it
I'm
now.
gonna honestly give you a black eye the next time you fucking say that. Just so I'm setting a precedent. So people are like, you hear what happens when you say Goofy in there, right?
Oh yeah, you get knocked the fuck out.
Yep.
If you're one of us, if you're somebody else, would probably just politely
Probably just
laugh.
let it go. Just let it go. You're talking about the cartoon, right?
Yeah, Quake drops Goofy. We're not punching him in the face.
No.
We're just being like, oh yeah, neat. All right, let's throw another dumb question at you.
Hit it.
Because listen, I don't know you very well, but you
Yeah.
appreciated a pun earlier. Are you a pun guy?
Yes, I love a good pun.
Because I've
man.
already been kind of glazing you up about your name, which I do love. But I
Yeah.
also love how many puns are like Quake is just such a good pun name.
Yeah.
And I can't stop thinking of wrestling puns.
Okay.
There's so
What do you
many
got?
good Quake wrestling puns.
Is there? What? Give me one. Hit me.
Yeah, what are
Well,
you
Jake the
thinking?
Quake Roberts is where it
Yes,
starts.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And that's
yes.
the
I like
obvious
that.
one.
Yep.
Obviously, Earthquake is in
Earthquake,
there.
but that's, yeah.
If you could find another rapper named Foon Matthews, you guys could be the natural disasters. It'd be pretty sweet.
Foon Matthews.
It's Typhoon shortened.
Oh, I would hate to meet a guy with the first name Foon. Name's Foon. Ah, you know what? I'm out.
I'm gonna be a rap partner if you're up for it. I'll be Foon. Be Foon White. There's also the Underquaker.
Oh, I
Which
like
is a
that.
pretty solid
Underquaker's actually sick.
I like
That's
that.
pretty
Yeah,
solid,
that is
yeah.
actually sick.
That is
the
dope.
cutscene for this will actually be you as Underquaker.
Yes, yes.
That's fucking amazing.
Roll the eyes back, just the white of my eyes.
Just flip that.
I'll make this guy Paul Bear for sure. Pale up the skin.
I love Paul Bear. You don't have to pale it up that much. I'm pretty close. Give me a little learn. There's
He's
also,
great.
I don't want to keep throwing them at you, but there is also the Heartquake kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
Yeah, there's more. You know what? I honestly thought there's no way he's got more after the last one.
I got one more too. But
right.
we got to go
What's the
old
other
school
one?
for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still my favorite.
Okay.
Is Brutus the Barber Beef Quake. Oh, I really
Okay.
stumbled on it.
Not
but-
bad.
I don't know if I know Brutus the Barber. Was he?
Brutus the Barber Beefcake was an old, like
school.
80s wrestler.
They used to
Okay.
say he was like Hogan's brother-in-law, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, they try to
And
sell
he,
it like
he used
that.
to have a show where he'd like cut people's hair with his giant scissors, and like a show as in like a show that existed
Oh, yeah.
within
When
the
they used to do like the talk shows.
yeah, like it existed within WWF at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
And like they just cut away and be like, let's see what Brutus is doing in his barber shop. It's totally real.
They had the barber chair and everything.
He's
in there.
got his brother-in-law's hair. Hey, take it easy there, Brutus. Your brother-in-law doesn't have that much hair. Take it easy, brother. Be like, man, I love this shit. Why do I love this? Am I on meth?
No, you're 8.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But anyway, it led me to the question: if you were going to be a wrestler, if you were in a different life, when you get to pick a wrestling persona, what kind of wrestler would you be?
I don't know. I feel like I would be. I don't know. Some type of underdog. Like maybe my
Okay.
name would just be Average Joe.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I just wear like a white T-shirt and
Yeah.
a fucking jeans.
Khakis.
Almost
I have-
like
I
they used to have a character, Brooklyn Brawler. Do you remember
Brooklyn
him?
Brawler.
Really? Was he? That
He
was-
just wore jeans.
He got the
Yeah.
shit kicked out of him every
Yeah.
wear jeans.
But he was an
I'd have-
underdog.
I'd have Michael Cera energy.
Yeah.
People would just they would root for me. You know what I mean? And
Do that sad walk to the ring
Yeah.
when Michael Cera
Yeah.
does in the Arrested
and
Development.
I'd be unexpected. And I'd just start fucking,
yeah.
start decimating people.
He'd be like, you can't help but love Average Joe.
Yeah, Average Joe. He's for the people, man.
He
Like,
is.
you know what I mean?
He relies on his opponents underestimating him.
Yeah.
He looks like us, and he talks like us.
Not ripped at all, just
Yeah.
Dude,
He's Average Joe, man. Average Joe.
ass crack hanging out.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. That's a good answer. That's a great
That's
answer.
a solid, just a shitty, boring wife as a manager.
You get up on the ropes right before you go into the ring, and you're like, I got a job to get to. Fuck yeah! I relate.
Well, I'm up here. Can one of you validate my parking?
Yeah.
All right, let me throw this in. Are you a conspiracy guy at all?
To an extent, you know, I wouldn't say I'm that deep, but
I was talking to Quake earlier. We're kind of the same way.
I like to question things, and I
Yeah.
don't believe everything that I am told via news media or whatever it may be. I like to think for myself and question things. Unvaccinated, still.
Okay.
Okay.
From COVID.
Yeah.
Not the other ones. I got the other ones. I'm not,
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not that crazy.
Try a lot
I
of-
got my measles the other day.
Hey, congrats.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
T-Shane's a big conspiracy. Not a big. Same kind of thing. Likes to dabble.
Yeah.
We all like to dabble.
yeah.
We like to.
Yes.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but every now and again I like to come up with ones and try to throw them at T-Shane and see where they land compared to other conspiracies.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about with this one.
So I got a new conspiracy. I just came up with this. This is a legit thought. This is normally they're contrived, and I put a lot of work into making
Okay.
it big. But this is a legit thought I had the other day because I was doing a little bit of research, and it's Titanic related. I got 2 words for you: Titanic fraud. I don't think the Titanic ever sank. I think it's what's actually going on down there. is a
Oh,
little
this
more-
one. Yes.
A
Keep
little
going.
more.
So you mean like the movie?
I like the the movie sank. I don't know how to answer that question. I think the movie Titanic happened.
Was that based on a real true story?
Here's
Oh,
what
yeah,
here's
man.
what I think happened. Here's why I think it happened.
Was the movie based on a real
Yeah.
life event?
The
I'm fucking.
you got me with that.
You mean not everybody was falling
You
in
mean
love?
that wasn't bullshit?
It was all fake except for the guy who hit the propeller. That was a real dude.
And Billy Zane.
If you look at the spot where the Titanic went down, there's a couple interesting things that happened.
Okay.
All right. First of all, it's weird that the most expensive fucking boat full of rich people ever sank.
Yes, come on.
That is a little bit weird to begin with. They called it unsinkable for months, which is just kind of taunting and teasing a little
Yeah.
bit too much. But if you look 5 years before that, or maybe 2 years, I can't remember, a certain number of years before that, there's another ship that sank at almost the exact same location. And that ship was called the RMS something or other, but
Right.
it's known as the Millionaire's liner.
Okay.
because it was full of so many rich people. Like it was the rich person transport,
Gotcha.
and that sunk like fucking 10 miles from the
Yeah,
Titanic site. And then you notice, obviously, we all know the story of a couple years ago when those billionaires went down in that stupid little sub, and it just exploded and disappeared. And all of us went, "Why the fuck are a bunch of billionaires in a trash can?"
Yeah.
I think what's going on down there is I'm not an Atlantis guy, but I think there's a little secret base down there somewhere, and rich people are just going down there and being transported to it, and they're faking these.
And there's
sinkings.
the only way they could do it is be like, man, and they died and we can't see them.
Maybe
They all
outer
died.
space is not really in the sky. Maybe you get to it from down under. Or maybe there's another dimension going on down under.
there's
I'm
a
agreeing
lot
with you
of-
just because I want to keep this going, but yes, that makes sense.
Well, have you guys
Space is
ever heard?
down.
Have you guys ever looked into like
Space? Yes.
No, not space, but the what do you call it? Antarctica.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
you
now you're
can't
talking.
go there.
Ice wall,
Like
buddy.
what is going on
I
behind
know,
there?
dude.
What's
Dude,
going
I
on?
know.
What is
I know.
going on? What
I'm
are
not
they
saying
hiding?
something's going on, but something's going on, and I don't know what it is. And we're not allowed to know. Otter, don't cover your goddamn mouth.
So many
Otter's always got some rational thing to say when we talk about this.
So many people living on Antarctica.
I don't know. Quake's
Let me,
right.
before we jump into Antarctica, let me send you my last little bit of Titanic thing that I really like. My other hook. Because first of all, there's another sub of billionaires going down in like a year or two, which.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard
Sneaky.
about that.
But what I think really happened, part of it is the movie Titanic came out in 1994, and I think the billionaires down there were pretty mad about it because nobody was thinking about the Titanic. People had forgotten about the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
Nobody was talking about the Titanic, so it was like, oh, they forgot about this whole thing. And
They're
then this
bringing
fucker
light
came
to
out with
this.
this movie, and
Yeah.
I think because why the fuck is the only person who's got a submarine that can go down to the bottom of the ocean a goddamn movie director, James Cameron?
Yeah.
Because they brought him down there to give him a stern talking to be like, what the fuck are you doing bringing up Titanic, you big piece of shit?
You got to relax
Shut
on this
the fuck
shit,
up
pal.
on Titanic. So they made him make that documentary where he's exploring the Titanic, and they're like, see, it's real. James Cameron went down and checked it out.
Yeah.
But it's all
Wow,
horseshit.
that's pretty good, Chris.
I'm sold.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's better than a lot of the videos I watch. I don't know if it's because I know you or why that's sinking in so deep, but yeah, now that
a
I
little
think
bit logical.
now that I think about that documentary where he's like, yeah, here we are, and we're just making Titanic.
Yeah.
We're just at the bottom of the ocean.
Why the fuck would he have the only submarine that can go to the bottom of the ocean? Why doesn't NASA have a submarine that goes to the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah.
Because NASA's up. What are we talking about? First of all, what the fuck are you talking about? That I will shut down right away. You go, hey, NASA, how about instead of going up, go, no, shut the fuck up. We're NASA.
Maybe
Go-
if you go so far down, it becomes up.
They're like, maybe, but we wouldn't know because we're NASA. We go up. If
Yes,
you
right,
could
man.
fall-
All the shit we build only goes up. It's nothing we can't figure it down.
Yeah.
We got all the top scientists in the
No,
world.
we just train. We just train in water. Wait, does that mean we'd have to train in space to go into the water?
No,
Oh
turn the
my
rocket
God.
upside down, stupid. Just turn just shoot it straight down into the earth.
No, nothing that we're saying is that far fetched. I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely.
I'm telling you, if you can get a submarine, go down to the bottom of the ocean, you'll find those 5 billionaires who were in that sub that exploded and a bunch of Titanic.
What do you think
people.
they're doing down there? Like, is it like
Yeah.
paradise? Like,
I'm gonna assume they're doing something, whatever rich people do, Epstein Island style. I assume.
Yes,
I don't know what else rich people do. They only seem to do that. I don't understand it, but it
Yeah.
always seems to be something awful at the end of it. I don't.
Yeah.
If rich people are all on an island together, it's never good. They're never just playing bocce ball or something.
Yeah, they're not fundraising.
No, they're not.
No.
really
It'll just
something
be
cool.
us there.
We brought in Dave Matthews to play. We're just hanging out. It's never just a cool time.
Oh shit, Dave Matthews is in on this.
I thought we were going to the kid one. Oh, goddamn. I can listen to Dave Matthews.
My God, I hate the phrase "the kid one." She, I thought we were going to the kid one. Yeah, I hate that.
You took me to the Dave Matthews Billionaire Island, you son of a bitch.
That's so funny.
Anyway, that's my conspiracy for the day. And
That's
I-
not bad, Chris. I didn't know what you were gonna have. I didn't look into it at
I-
all because I don't know.
So I'm going to say this is the last question.
Okay.
Unless something comes up afterwards. It's not the hard and fast rule. I don't know why the fuck I can't say anything confidently. Why do we have to come back on this?
Just lean into it,
Just
dude.
fucking- I always got to leave some sort of fuck. Anyway, every week we do a little something that's a little patented term around here. We like to do a little hypothetical question, but
Okay.
it's spelled H-I-G-H. It's a bit of a pun.
Okay.
I know you're a pun guy, so I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to throw this
Yeah,
out
right.
there. So I get high and come up with a dumb question to ask everybody.
Okay.
And so this one's real dumb.
Hopefully, this one doesn't leave you quaking in your boots.
I have been nothing but Quake puns all night.
Okay. I'm ready.
Yeah, Quake, rattle, and roll.
Jesus Christ. Just say the thing.
I love it.
I'm gonna go inside, make a big Quake potato. It's perfect. It's just too many
I know.
Quake puns.
Yeah.
There's just too many things that rhyme with Quake. It's fucking just it'll drive you nuts. For the next
Instead of
2
is it cake, it's does it quake?
There you go. Oh,
I
that's
say my
Is it
favorite,
Quake?
one of my favorite Liam Neeson.
That would be a dope ass show.
Is it Quake? Would be
that'd be pretty
great.
funny. Sketch, actually.
Great, actually.
Is that computer Quake? Or is it laptop and decides it's just you flying on the table?
Coming up next, your favorite Liam Neeson trilogy, Quaking. I have a specific set of skills.
Rapping.
I'm telling you, man, they're just everywhere. It's I'm just gonna be emailing you for the next 3 weeks.
Is it Quake?
Ready.
Is it Quake? Is great.
Is it
Man,
Quake
that would be a
sketch?
crazy skit, I think.
Yeah,
Is
that
it
would be
Quake? Would
great.
be hilarious.
People
Yeah.
cutting open like boots and it's just your face. It's me! Stop cutting! It's Quake! It's Quake!
That's money. We get 50% of whatever that makes.
I got you.
So this is our hypothetical for the week. Let's
Okay.
say for whatever situation, I don't know, let's say maybe you make it kind of big. You get booked for an advertisement. You're going to spend a day on set with one of the breakfast cereal mascots.
Okay.
And you're going to spend all day with this fucker. You're going to be hanging out, doing lunch, whatever. Who's the
Yeah.
most fun breakfast mascot to be hanging out with for a day?
The most fun?
Or the most, like, not weird, the best, the easiest day that you're going to have?
The easiest, okay, I don't know. Like, I want to go Tony the Tiger. Like, she's an icon, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it would be fun. But for just an easy on the head chill day, I feel like the Sugar Crisp Bear. Like,
Ooh.
the guy just, you
You're
hear
in my
you
head.
hear the tone of his voice and everything. It's just,
He's pretty laid back.
He's
He's
fella.
a
That
laid
shit.
back, cool
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Hey, you see his eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, he's stoned.
He's
as fuck.
definitely smoking weed.
100%.
He is.
He-
Eating Sugar Crisp?
Yeah.
The reason I would
Great
choose
answer.
the Sugar Crisp Bear as well, Quake, is I not for the reason you say, is because I actually think he's the only one that could stand to hang out with me. Like he's the
You
only
guys
one
are
that's
similar
on my
speed.
level.
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
be like, "What are you up to today?" And I'd be like, "I don't even actually want to do this job today." I'd be like, "You know what I say? Let's have some cereal and fuck around." I'd be like, all right.
Sugar Bear, you're the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whereas Tony Tiger would be like, "I want to get you up."
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
Put
yeah.
a handkerchief on. Put a handkerchief
Yeah,
on like
yeah.
your buddy Otter. And I'm like,
I
"You're
think-
hanging out with this guy, Otter?"
He'd be too motivational, like Tony
Yeah.
Robbins or something.
it'd be fine at the start of the day, but by hour 8,
Yeah,
you know what I
go,
mean? You're just
fuck
fucking
off,
giving them-
Tony.
Yeah, when is this
Jesus.
Tiger
That was
sleep?
great! Fuck off! You know it wasn't great. It was take 32.
Yeah,
I'm mailing it in, Tony.
yeah.
I'm going to throw this one out. I think Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Because I
Yeah.
feel like having 3 would like take the weight off me having to carry the conversation.
Yeah, they'd be cool.
Buddy, if you hang out with Snap, Crackle, and Pop, within minutes, you don't exist. Those
I'm all right
guys
with
are
that.
just chopping it up.
Perfect. I'll just melt into the wall.
Oh, I don't know about that, Pete. I don't want to walk in on that. These guys
Just me on my
ignoring you.
phone.
Just you holding 3 little Snap, Crackle, and Pops ignoring you. You just holding them, and they're like, "Don't look up. He won't say anything." And you're like, "Have you guys ever thought of your names as puns?" Like, that's why we don't talk to this big motherfucker. No. What if it was? What if it was?
That's a great out. I think
Try
that
to
might
come
be-
up with a Snap, Crackle thing on the.
Not easy now, is it, motherfucker?
Nah, not on the fly. Not on the fly.
You could even at least throw in Quakel.
I go Count Chocula because he can't come in your trailer without asking permission.
Oh man, that really sounded like you were saying something different. When you really hit come in hard.
Who did you go?
Count Chocula. Vampires can't come into places without asking permission first.
That's true.
He can't invade your space.
There you go.
I'm glad you got a big laugh.
No, I love the when you end on shit like this. You end on like some deep shit. People are like, you can't let them be like, but you want they're okay. He's not a real vampire. He's a chocolate vampire. He's a chocolate vampire.